Rod Wade was arrested in Fulton County, Georgia, Tuesday on 14 charges, including aggravated assault involving the use of a firearm at his Atlanta area home. So they saying Rod Wade was visiting his place on April 21st with his realtors and other associates and his girlfriend after it had been burglarized. Police say that him and his girlfriend had gotten into a verbal argument as they were carrying items outside of the house. Then it's alleged that Rod Wade pulled the Glock 20 10mm semi-automatic pistol and shots was fired. They saying that he allegedly fired 14 rounds in total. 11 of the shots hit his girlfriend's 2025 Mercedes G Wagon. One round hit his 2022 Rolls Royce. Another round struck the wall on the house, and the last round hasn't been located. They saying that once neighbors and police were alerted, Rod Wade began cleaning up shell casings and even tried to flee the scene to prevent apprehension. Police say the actions by Rod Wade broke his active bond order, which stemmed from a battery incident. Prosecutors put out a warrant for his arrest with charges that include aggravated assault, possession of a firearm or knife during commission of or attempt to commit certain felonies, pointing or aiming a gun or pistol at another, reckless conduct, criminal damage to property second degree, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, tampering with evidence, another charge of possession of firearm or knife during the commission of or attempt to commit certain felonies, simple assault, another reckless conduct, another criminal damage to property, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, tampering with evidence, and conspiracy to commit a felony. He was arrested Tuesday with a grand total of 14 charges and released the same day on $50,000 bond. His attorney said there is no truth to these charges. He said that Rod Wade was the victim of a burglary and committed no crimes, and how he was even charged in result of this situation is incomprehensible, and said this will be absolutely resolved favorable for Rod Wade. Alright, so let's have a conversation about this. His lawyer is saying that his house was burglarized and he was the victim in all of this, and that he's gonna get all of the charges resolved. I kinda wanna sit back and let everything play out because this is fresh news, but I will say this. If it's videotape of him shooting up the truck, then it's gonna be kinda hard to beat the reckless conduct charge and the tampering with evidence charge if he's on video picking up shell casings and different things like that. I seen somebody earlier on YouTube say that he bought the G Wagon truck, so how would he be charged for damaging the truck? It's not gonna work like that. You can't just shoot up a truck just because you the one that paid for it. I remember they gave Mayweather 3 months in jail for breaking his ex-girlfriend's phone. And he was looking at it the same way saying, well, I bought the phone, how am I being locked up for breaking something that I bought? And the thing about it wasn't about the destruction of property. If you take somebody's phone and break it, they're gonna view that as interfering with electronic communications. Meaning that person might have been trying to use the phone to call 911 and get help, and you breaking the phone prevented them from doing that. Now in this case, he shot his girlfriend's truck up, so they're not gonna view it as you just breaking a gift that you bought for somebody. Because in the process of you shooting up the truck, a stray bullet could have struck a neighbor or an innocent bystander or anybody that might have been out there. And when you take shell casings from the scene, they're gonna definitely charge you with tampering with evidence. Then when you throw in the fact that he was already out on bond for battery, I'm surprised that his bond was only $50,000. And me just looking at everything that we got so far, if his lawyer is saying that the house was burglarized and him and his girlfriend is in a verbal argument and then he fires shots into her truck, it kind of sounds like his girlfriend might have broken into the house. And I'm not saying that's what happened, I'm just saying it's a possibility. With that being said, I'm gonna wait for more information on this case to come out. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments, and I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next video. Peace.